hello. Is it Josh?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Hello, my name is Dan.
Hi. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We're here to talk about the brand new album, which just dropped back on Friday. How has the reception been
Yeah.
so far?
It's been really good, actually. A little bit overwhelming. So it's really good. Got a lot of good reviews. People are happy about it. So it's awesome to be able to release this on Friday. So we're really happy about it.
Yeah, I've recently gotten to check out the album, of course, and it's just a really fun record.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun making it. So I think that is the secret.
So, what went into the process for making the new album?
Excuse me, what did you say?
What went into the process for making the new album? How did it all start?
It started actually. I'm the new guy in the band. I'm the drummer, Dan, and I started about 2 years ago in this band, and I've been a good friend of the guys since they started the band about 8 years ago. And we just went in our rehearsal space and had a lot of good ideas and just played. You still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we just, jammed and played and had a lot of good songs coming very easily, actually. So we find, good, what do you say? We had a really good chemistry in the rehearsal room, and I think that's the secret. Sometimes, Yeah, not the. If you find something, a little bit hard to do or difficult, just leave it for a while and do something else, and then you actually eventually find some other ways around it, and then you're back on a really good spot, I think. So we had a lot of fun. I think that's the essence.
Yeah, and that's got to be the important thing when you're in a band and making new music. As long as you have fun with the music that you're making, it's going to be a great album.
Yeah, I think so too. And we haven't really thought of making hits. We think this is a good song. We like it. We play it. Let's play it. And if people like it, that's awesome. If they don't, all right. We just have a good time, and hopefully we make people feel good. So I think that's the key.
Oh, very much so. And I would say it's very successful in this case, because the entire album is just fun, and it's nice to have that. It's very refreshing to hear that, because there's so much seriousness and depression that's going on in a lot of rock music today. It's nice to just hear a fun album.
Thanks. Yeah, I totally agree with you. And we're just a rock band, and we are here to entertain people. So that is our cause. So yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. Thanks.
Oh, not a problem. So of course, back in December there was a video that was released for the song "The Drop" or "The Beat." How did
the beat? Yeah.
Yeah, "The Beat." My apologies. How did that video come about? I mean, it's a hilarious concept.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I was asking a friend of mine, which I know has done a lot of good videos. He goes by the name of Papa Bear. He's from Sweden, and his name is Björn Rallare. Björn means bear in English. So I know him since a couple of years, and he does really good videos. And I just asked him if he was up for making a video for us. And he said, hell yeah, I want to do it. And I think I already got some good ideas, he said. So we just went with his ideas, and, he's a funny character and has a lot of good ideas. So we brought him in, and then he wanted to work with another friend of mine called Peter Karlsson, the drummer from Back at Babies.
Oh, yes.
So Peter has done all the film, the work. He shot the video and editing and everything around it. And Björn was the magic mind, so to speak.
It's great to have those kind of connections, because, I mean, it's hard to say if the single would have taken off the way that it did without having that kind of concept behind it and having people who can think of the visions that came along with it.
Yeah, I think it was just, sometimes you got to have a lot of luck. And everything was in line, the stars and everything, we called Björn, and he was up for it, and he had some good ideas, and just go with the flow sometimes. And we had everybody was really, and he also said I sent him the tape for the whole album, and what song do you think? And he was directly saying that the beat, I want to do the beat, and I got some really good ideas for it. So that was a really good thing to do, I think.
Oh, very much so. So when it came to the recording process on your end, what kind of drum setup did you use?
I play Ludwig. I really dig Ludwig drums, and for this recording, I used a smaller kit than I used to play. With Satan Takes a Holiday, I always play this smaller kit now. I'm used to bigger drums when I play more rock and roll music, like 26-inch. But this time I used a 22-inch bass drum on an old Ludwig Silver Sparkle vintage since I think it's from 69 or 70s. And I used a 13-inch rack tom and a 16-inch floor tom. And yep.
Oh, I was going to ask, how did it feel converting to a kit that much smaller than what you're used to?
Kind of nice, actually. It's a little bit easier to play it, and it's faster than the big drums, and some of the songs are really fast to play. 4 on the floor all the time, so you need to be quicker. And I think it's nice, and it sounds bigger than it feels to play it. So I really dig it.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear. I mean, it also shows the versatility of what you can do as well. I mean, not being held back by only playing a certain size drum or a certain size setup. It's nice to see that you can actually convert to other setups.
Yeah, and I think that's really fun to do, because otherwise you can, you get caught in a corner, so to speak. And I think it's fun to be able to play different kinds of setups, and sometimes I take another floor tom than I used to, just to be able to have another sound in the kit and think a little bit different. I move my cymbals sometimes just to be able to, sometimes you play differently if you just move your drums around a little bit. So I think that's fun.
Oh, absolutely. Like when you just use one rack tom, you can do so much more with the ride positioning, because instead of having another tom where a ride could go, it gives you more inspiration to do some hits with that.
Yeah, totally.
And speaking of the cymbals, what did you use for this setup this time around?
I use Sabian, and I have a 21-inch Legacy ride, which is very good to have as a crash also. So it's kind of a crash ride, but it is a ride cymbal. But I really like to have a whooshy ride cymbal to be able to play the whole body of it. And it has a very good bell, even if it's kind of thin, the whole cymbal. And I do use 20 or 19-inch crashes, HH Explosion 20-inch, and I do have a Fierce Crash 19-inch Sabian, and 15-inch hi-hat, a groove hi-hat Sabian.
That sounds incredible. That sounds like one of my favorite setups. I'm a huge Sabian fan, and I love the Legacy series. I love the HHX series, and having those nice big cymbals really does help out, especially with this style of music, having that nice whooshy sound that comes with it.
Yes, yeah, I totally agree. I do like Sabians a lot, and especially the Fierce Crash. It's awesome. And also the HH Explosion crashes are really, really good. I think they're getting better and better the more you play them, actually.
Yeah, that's what a great thing about the bigger cymbals are. Like, the more that you lay into them and the more that you get to use them, the more sound that really does come out of them.
Yeah, totally agree.
So with everything going on with the album dropping, or well, just came out back on Friday, has there been any talks about any upcoming touring behind the album?
Yeah, we're playing pretty much every weekend for the whole spring now, and I think it's gonna be more gigs. Our booking agency is booking more gigs as we speak, I think. So it's gonna be quite a lot of gigs for us just in Sweden, and then we're gonna go to Finland in April for a week, and then down to Denmark in the summer. So and then I hope for a good tour in the summer of festivals, you know. So I think it's going to be quite busy.
Oh, and I'm glad to see it, too. I mean, I'm glad to see that the new album's going to get the live presentation it deserves, because those songs are so much fun, and looking back on the back catalog of the band as well, it's just a perfect fit.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's really fun to play in this band, and I enjoy it very much. Every gig, every day.
So how does it feel, of course not being the original member, how does it feel going back and playing the original tracks as compared to what you've written for the new album?
I think it's fun. It's always fun to play. I mean, Svante was a very good drummer too, and I like to play his things because he was thinking a little bit different from what I'm doing. And it's always fun to, you know, try to play his thing as good as you can. Of course, it's gonna sound different because I play different. But it's cool to like be a chameleon sometimes to just play other people's stuff. And as I said, I think Svante was a really good drummer, so it's very fun to play his parts. It's awesome.
Is there any particular changes? Of course, having two different styles, but with any songs, is there any particular changes that you do live?
Nothing I think of. But I think if you're a big fan of the band and you've seen them play live, I think maybe people can say that I'm playing some songs different, but I don't try to do it, not on purpose.
How long did it take when you were learning past songs for live shows? How long did it take until you felt really comfortable with those songs?
Actually, it didn't take that long. Me and Johannes, the bass player, we have a band together since Satan Takes a Holiday started. So we are very used to play together. So this was a perfect fit from the first time. I mean, we tried out the songs in the rehearsal space, and everybody was like, "Yeah, this is gonna work." And then I think it took 3 or 4 weeks. Then we did the first show, and it felt really good from the start, actually. But of course, you're getting more used to some parts, and you feel more confident as long as from every gig you feel more confident. So, but not that long.
Oh, that's great to hear. I mean, not taking that long to be able to learn the songs, and now a couple years later with all of that confidence and experience, I mean, that really adds up to an even better live show.
Yes, I think so.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you so very much for taking the time to promote the new album from Satan Takes a Holiday, Aliens, which is available now through Despotz Records. It was great being able to talk to you, talk drums, talk about being somewhat newer to the band, doing the recording sessions, playing live, all of this great stuff. Before we're done, is there anything else you'd like to mention that I haven't brought up yet?
My snare drum.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's a Ludwig black, you know what I mean. It's a Superphonic Black Beauty. Yes, 6.5 inch times 14. It's one of the best snare drums I've ever played. I had it since I think it's 1997 or something like that. So it's all. And then it was a brand new drum, so it's almost vintage now. But it's one of those drums that you just play, and some sound guys are coming. They approach me after the gig and just ask, "What kind of drum is that?" I didn't have to do anything. was just, the volume and everything. It was so good. So I really enjoyed that drum.
Oh yes, the Black Beauty just has that reputation of being one of the best snares out there. And I was gonna ask you earlier, and I totally forgot to ask if that was a Black Beauty on the album, because I can hear it, and it just sounds fantastic.
Ah, cool. Yeah, you know your drums,
I do. Well, I was guessing it was. I wasn't entirely sure, because I know so much can change in the studio from EQing, mixing, mastering, and all that. But I thought that I heard the Black Beauty going on there, and I'm glad that I was right about that.
And on the Beatles track we do, Why Don't You Do It in the Road, I put the towel over it, just tape the towel to have this tucked in sound, dry sound, but it's still the same drum.
Oh, and it's cool to have that technique going on as well, because I know the Beatles did that back in the day with having the towel on the snare, so it was cool to see that getting represented again.
Yes, it's really fun. And the guy that recorded us and was the producer of the record, he's very fun to record with. He has a lot of good ideas, and he's a really great guy. So inspiring.
Oh yes, and it definitely made for a quality, fun album from Satan Takes a Holiday.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Josh.
Oh, not a problem.